Hey, everybody, Rasati out here in Singapore, and it's another one of those nights. I've been pondering something that I caught in a movie recently, and obviously, when I say coin flip, you're immediately going to think Two-Face, right? So that's actually what I want to talk about. Two-Face, when he used a coin flip, was honestly, truly looking to give you a 50-50 chance whether he wanted to kill you or not, right? But for the most part, when we do a coin flip or we look to the universe for signs on what we need confirmation of, clarity on, whether we're making the right decision, whether we should do this or do that, go left or go right. We're looking for signs all the time. Most times when we're not confident in our choices. But for the most part, if you think about it, when you throw a coin in the air, when you flip a coin, you know while it's in the air which side you want it to fall on. A lot of times when we go to tarot card readers or oracle card readers, when we look for psychics to give us advice, when we ask our friends and family to hear us out on this, idea that we have or whatever, or this proposal or this plan you have, a lot of times you already know what you would like for them to say. And usually we are not brave enough to ask unbiased people for their honest to goodness advice. So usually we already have an intention when we ask people things, when we ask the universe for signs. We know what we want. And no matter what people tell you, if I were to tell you the opposite of what you want to hear, chances are you're going to go off and do what you want anyway, right? But I want to know if you honestly pay attention to those impulses before you ask them. When you flip a coin, when you look for answers, when you ask someone, when you call someone on your speed dial and you're like, yo, I want to know, I'm thinking about doing this. Do you think it's a good idea? You already know based on the person you're asking what their answer is going to be. Chances are you chose that person on purpose. I know plenty of times if I want to dish about a guy I like, I always call one of my girlfriends who is also inclined to dish about their guys. If I know that, there is a certain person in my circle who doesn't approve of my crush or whatever, I'm not going to go to them for advice about anything. If I know that my brother doesn't like the idea of me taking a specific risk, especially if it involves money, I'm not going to ask him for advice because I know what he's going to say. So chances are you curate who you call when you want advice. A lot of times when you flip a coin or do something more, spirit oriented in the name of spirit, a lot of times you know what you want the idea to be. You know what you want the outcome to be. I know a lot of people lately are on this twin flame, divine counterpart, divine masculine, divine feminine, soulmate contract. They're looking at somebody tell me what's going on. Why are we in separation? Why is this happening to me at the moment? And a lot of times when you listen to the reading, whether it resonates with you or not, there's going to be a part of you that disagrees. Nope, that's not what's happening to me. I refuse. I know because I've been there. I've been in situations where I looked to tarot card readers or oracle card readers and they would tell me, hey, you know what? There's a third party involved. And I'm thinking, nah, this guy would never cheat. This guy would tell me if they were interested or involved with somebody else. I don't believe it. So whether it resonated with me or not, I was already looking for a specific message, and when it did not line up with my specific message, I rejected the idea. Now, a lot of times, I find out that I was wrong later on, but it's not before I go and do what I want to do anyway. So when I tell you that a lot of times where you are in your life, what's going on in your life, the chaos that you happen to be experiencing, at some point or another, you chose or allowed it to happen. When I say that, a lot of my clients get pissed off. They get very angry with me. What do you mean I asked for that? I ain't asked for that. No. But at some point, you did not put your foot down when you could have and change the course of things. You allowed it to progress to this point where now you can't handle it anymore and your spirit is saying, yo, what the hell? So, with that in mind, I want you to think about a coin flip. When you flip the coin, when it's in midair, you already know whether you want it to be heads or tails. You already know the question you're asking, and you know what's going to happen. A lot of times, have you noticed that when it's in midair, you already have the question in mind, but when it lands on something that is other than the answer that you wanted, you tend to change the question. Well, let me try it again. Let me do three more times because 3 is a good number. Let me balance this out. Chances are you're going to go until you get the answer that you want to do the thing that you wanted to do in the first place. You're going to look for confirmation until you have permission to do what you want to do anyway. But for the most part, if you are very aware, if you can be very honest, you already know what you wanted to do in the very beginning. Before you ask the universe for signs, before you ask for advice from your friends and family, before you flipped a coin, before you went oracle card reading, you already know what you want to do. Sometimes it is your purpose in life. It is part of your journey to make those left turns where you should have made a right, in order for you to really drive home the point that this is not what you wanted in the first place. Sometimes you're meant to miss the red flags on purpose. Because until you miss the red flags and have something really bad happen to you, that lesson isn't really ingrained in you. I could tell you till you're blue in the face, I've lived through this and this is a bad decision, don't do it. But until you do it, sometimes it's not going to take. It's kind of like that idea of touching fire, right? Even though people will warn you, don't touch the fire, don't touch the fire, you could really hurt yourself if you did that. Chances are you're going to do it anyway because you don't trust my advice. You don't trust my experience. Well, I'm not you. I could handle it. I mean, my threshold for pain is different. I wouldn't make that decision. I know when to get out. I could get out before it's really, really bad. But chances are you're going to do what you want to do anyway. So for those of you who find yourself in a pickle right now, who are looking for a way out, who are looking for some kind of guidance from the universe to tell you that, yeah, you know what, get out. Or yes, you know what, he's the right guy. He's your twin flame. Stay right where you are. Chances are you already know what you want to do. So you might as well go with your gut. Because no matter what happens, you're going to wait until you have the right sign before you do what you want to do anyway. So if you have questions on how you can differentiate between good and bad in your life, if you want ideas on how to really recognize your gut instincts, if you want to know more about curating a support network around you so you call the right people to give you the right advice, let me know. Let me know. I need you, all of you, to know what you like and what you don't like, so that once you know about you, you can effectively communicate it to anyone and they can take you seriously. So you can shortcut a lot of these trial and error type relationships that really hurt you in the process. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please drop them in the comments below. I'm here to help. And if you want to set an appointment, please, by all means, reach out. In the meantime, you all be safe during this quarantine period, and I will catch you again real soon. Bye.